recording?
Yes.
Hey everyone, we are really excited to share with you a pineapple cutting hack that is actually going to please any crowd that you present this at. So first of all, you need to gather your material. You've got to have a nice pineapple. A cutting board is very useful. And then you need two knives. You need a really big knife and a really small knife. I think they call this a paring knife, but I'm not quite sure. Optional is a Hawaiian shirt. 14 out of 12 dentists do say that if you cut your pineapple wearing a Hawaiian shirt, it tastes better. So first step is to quarter the pineapple. Now, a lot of times you may think that you want to get rid of this green stuff up here. You want to keep it. It's actually an important part of the presentation. So you take your big long knife and you find the center of the leaves up on top and you just start to cut until you get to the pineapple. Once you get to the pineapple, you want to make sure that your knife is again pretty much in the center, and then you cut all the way through, okay? All right, so now you've got a pineapple that's cut in half with the green leaves up on top. Next step is to quarter it, so to cut this in half one more time. Now that you've got it cut in half, it's a little easier to see the core right here, because that's exactly where you want to cut it. So this core right here, I'm going to put my knife right here, and I'm going to cut right in the middle of that, and again, go all the way through the green leaves. So I'm going to cut it, take it like that, cut through the green leaves again, and there you go. So you've got the quarter of half right here. Now, if you got a lot of people coming to your party, or if you're going to eat their entire pineapple, then you'd want to do this. If not, you can just wrap this in saran wrap, put it in the fridge, save it for a later date, and that's totally fine. Okay, with your quartered pineapple, the next step is to cut out the yummy goodness here in the middle. But you don't want to get rid of the core, as you're going to see. So what you do with your paring knife is you go right below the core and you go all the way through. And then you just cut all the way down until you get right about there, okay? Once you get right about there, you're going to then cut it on two different sides. You're going to come along here with your paring knife and you're going to make the turn and you cut just above the skin of the pineapple. You come up and then you round it off up there, okay? Then you do the exact same thing on the other side. You come around and again, you cut just underneath the skin. And what you're doing on the bottom is you're actually cutting all the way through, but because it's a short little paring knife, you can't cut all the way through all at once. So that's why you have to go on both sides, okay? So go like that. And then, if you've done it right, it usually just falls right out. And sometimes you may have to trim this side up just a little bit, but then it just pops out just like that. So that leaves you with the yummy goodness right here, and then a beautiful cored out pineapple with the core still up here on top. So the next step is to take either a paring knife or the big knife, whichever one you want to use at this point, and you just slice it into bite-sized chunks, just like that. Now, again, we're just doing this with 1/4. If you're going to do this with the entire pineapple or the other quarter that you've done, then you're just going to duplicate this. The next step is to then use this as your presentation. So you come up here and you insert the cut pineapple right in there. Right? Exactly how it came out of it. But then, to doll it up a little bit, you alternate it back and forth. So it looks like that. Okay? And these delicious little nubs, those are for you. That's for your hard work in cutting this up. So when it's all said and done, you've got a beautiful presentation. Looks like that. There you go. Mele kalikimaka.